mama boy. I'm a mama boy because I love and respect her.
In a couple of weeks' time in the UK, it's Mother's Day.
Wow.
Would you send a little Mother's Day message to my mother for me? Her name's Elaine. Just say how much I love her.
All right. Hello, Elaine. This is Mr. T. Your son Steve asked me to give you a call. Steve say he love you. I believe him. He's standing in front of me. You know, and Steve is like me. I love my mother. You know, and I'll do the best for her. So I just want to let you know that you are loved by your son Steve, and also by your adopted son Mr. T. With love. See you later, Ma.
That's gonna be exciting. Because she used to have to sit there with me when I was young, and she used to sit and watch the show. She used to watch. I was also a big fan of the cartoon show. Remember the cartoon
that was
show?
The best. Thank you, Steve.
For people that forget the show, it was you in it. It was a cartoon version.
It was a cartoon. We were like the.
But there was a gang of young teenage gymnasts.
Yeah, we were gymnasts.
Who would solve crimes.
Yes, exactly.
Like, can I just ask, when they were pitching that to you, we're going to have you solving crimes, T. We're going to team you up, and you were saying, what, a big hard-boiled detective? No, a team of young teenage gymnasts. It seems a strange gang for T to be solving crimes with. I couldn't understand why that came about. What was the thinking?
See, here's what it is. See, Mr. T always have a strong love for kids.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's what it's about. You know, I lead kids doing the right thing. We're gymnasts in the daytime. We're solving crime in the evening. You know what I mean?
Was this based on your real life?
Yes, really.
Now, you mentioned about being a bodyguard. Now, this is something I've always been fascinated by, because you bodyguarded one of my heroes, Steve McQueen.
Okay.
You spent some time doing that. How does that operate? What do you have to do? Do you just walk around looking menacing? Is that the sort of sum total of your job?
No, that's a good point, Steve, because a lot of people don't know really what a bodyguard does. No, my job is to prevent. I call it PM, preventive maintenance. You know, I watch, I observe. You know, I'm not there to lollygag. I'm not there to talk to nobody. I'm not there to have fun. My job is to protect him, get him to from point A to point B safely. You know, when he's on the set or when he's having dinner, I sit back, I observe, I watch, let him be, give him space, but also watch out for the coots.
So would you be sat at the dinner table with Sailor McQueen? You'd be sat at a separate table just reading a magazine, or?
No, never read the magazine.
Would they buy you food?
Yeah.
They would buy you a little meal or something?
Yes, but a lot of time I don't eat on the job.
Right.
Because if I'm eating on the job, that's a distraction.
Yeah.
And I gotta keep my eyes on the prize.
And is that how you that's how you found your way into movies? Was it through that?
Yeah, sort of like that, protecting people. And I used to be a bouncer. And they had this contest. They wanted to find out who was the toughest bouncer in the United States. I won it 2 years in a row. Wow. And I gave the money to my church. And at the time, Sylvester Stallone was watching the program. He said, wow, that guy's different, and he can talk. So he called me out to audition for Rocky 3. Humbly, I got the part, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Now, is it right when you were bouncing, that's how the whole jewelry thing came about?
Yeah, when I was bouncing. I bought my first gold chain when I was in 1977. It cost $100, and I had it on layaway. $15 this week, $10 the next, and whatever, you know. And as I got money, I would buy more gold and whatever. You know, contrary to popular belief, you know, there was a rumor going around that Mr. T would beat up people and take their gold. That's a lie. You know,
and by the time you had the huge necklace, which we remember you for, the many necklaces that we remember you for from the 80s, did you take maybe an hour to get on and off? Is that right?
Yes, it was 40 pounds.
Jeez.
40 pounds, 10 rings, and all that stuff. It was a lot. Matter of fact, then I used to have bodyguards.
Yeah, right. But you spent an hour playing. I mean, that was exhausting. What did you do? Have the music on, or did people do it for you? Were you asleep and they were just attaching it to you?
Art. See, watch my arm as I was putting it on. I'm working out.
Right.
Put my earrings on. You know, put my rings on. Then put my stuff on my ankles. You know. Then I hit a big gold belt buckle. Put that on. Then I'm ready.
Because I remember my mother, we spoke about it earlier, but she would you would sink to the bottom. That would be
I would. It was rough. I stayed away from water.
I can imagine.
I stayed away from the water area.
Now, obviously, I need to, as you're here, to briefly mention the 18, if you don't mind.
No, I love the 18.
It was such a phenomenon.
I would have been mad if you don't talk about the 18, because that's my humble beginnings. You know, I shouldn't say humble, but I was humble to have it, you know, but that's my start. You know, everybody know me from the 18, and I'm honored for that. You know, like you said, you broke out your posters for me from the 18. Yeah. We have to talk about the 18.
Did you, when you were at the height, because the show is huge, it was such a phenomenon, it was everywhere. How did you cope with that level of attention? Is it something you were already primed for, that you wanted in life?
You know, I never thought about it. You know, I just did my job, you know, because like I tell everybody, I work in Hollywood. I'm not a part of Hollywood. See, I'm a rebel. I'm a warrior. You know, I just, I don't mix well with the crowd. You know, I'm not there to kissy. I don't do that, you know.
Yeah.
See, I only had one goal in life. That was to buy my mother a house. So I never dreamed of being in Hollywood. I just dreamed of being the bodyguard. I told my mother when I was 9 years old, I said, Mama, one of these days I'm going to be big and strong. I'm going to be a football player. I'm going to be a boxer. I'm going to buy you a beautiful house. And I'm going to buy you pretty dresses. So my intention was to work 2 jobs, save my money, work hard, buy my mother a house and dresses. Then the opportunity came about, and I took advantage of it. So with the crowd and people, you know, it was still amazing me. It amazed me today. With all the crowd coming around, I said, wow, you know, I'm still in awe of it. I don't get the big head. I stay grounded.
You always had a very distinct way of dressing, which I think only a man of your size and strength could get away with.
Yes.
Sometimes the tiny shorts, the knee-high socks, the sneakers. I mean, I don't think I could have pulled that look off.
Well,
I think I'd have been in for a beating.
Yeah, no, but like I said, everything started with, like I said, with the tiny shorts. That's when I was training, of course, you know.
Yeah.
But mostly, I like the camouflage stuff. I like the overalls, you know. I'm a man of all season. You know, you won't see me on GQ or Esquire, you know. I don't do all the fancy suits and all that, you know. So, because what I wear, the poor man can wear.
Well, the great thing about the camouflage gear, you know, obviously in the A-Team was that, you know, obviously it would keep you hidden. And there's a great thing about wearing camouflage outfit. If you've got a mohawk and 40 pounds of jewellery, there is no way your enemy is going to see you. There's something glistening over there, but it looks like it's just a shiny tree.
You're good, Steve.
But my friend Harry, now you've got a confession to make.
Well, yeah, I obviously remember you from the Rocky film, which was fantastic, but my mum wouldn't let me watch the A-Team.
And I probably know why. A lot of moms would tell their kids that it was too violent.
Yeah, exactly.
But we really wasn't violent. We didn't kill nobody.
Yeah, I know. I found this out now, so I feel like I've missed out hugely. So I don't really understand how the shows would have worked.
Well, the show, to give you a brief...
All right, thank you, Steve.
A brief summary of the show would be, normally, there's a beautiful girl. She's wandering through maybe a side street in New York.
Okay.
She's looking for Hannibal. She's heard that Hannibal can help her, because she's got trouble at home.
Okay.
But all she can see is a mysterious Chinaman. It's a mysterious Chinaman, but where's Hannibal Smith? Hang on a minute. He pulls off the mask. It's Hannibal. He's got to stay careful. He's on the run. Okay. He says, "Of course we're going to help. All right, you're a beautiful lady. You're in trouble." Okay. Credits roll. The A-Team. The A-Team. Always one of the great theme tunes, Mr. T, because you can sing the name of the show to the theme song.
Right.
The A-Team. The A-Team. Which is always a great mark of any sitcom.
Yes.
You know. Any great show.
And that was the story was about. It would start off say in 1972. Now here's a part I don't like. They said in 1972, a crack commando. I don't know where they get that crack from. We didn't do drugs, you know. So they should have said expert commando outfit, you know. So they said 1972, a crack commando outfit, you know. Not outfit, but army. See what it was? See, we was in the army, and they say in Hanoi, we robbed a bank in Hanoi.
You didn't do that.
We didn't do that. We didn't do that. So they kicked us out the army, and we was on the run. So he was underground.
The Los Angeles Underground.
Yeah. So they go and say, if you have a problem that no one else can solve, and maybe if you can find that, maybe if you can, how they go, help me, Steve.
Yeah, if you can find them.
Yeah,
maybe
you can find them.
But now, how were you supposed to find the A-Team?
See,
Did you put an advert in the paper?
Yeah. See, that's why we be in disguises. You know, we had like secret codes. That's why you never catch us together. So you find one member of the 18, you won't find the rest of them. So like,
I think you'd have been the easiest to find. I think I'm not looking for you. I'll be honest with you. There's a tree moving over there.
Yeah.
I think he's the guy. But now then, what would happen is, now this beautiful girl, she's got a lovely grandmother, okay? They are being harassed by a bunch of hoodlums who want to buy up their land so they can, they're the only house that are holding out. They've paid off everyone else. They own her. She's had that house for years. It's the depression. She's not going to sell.
See, the bunch of heavies would have been upset by that.
Bunch of heavies are trying to put pressure on her. Hang on a minute. Who's this who's just arrived? It's T and the gang. Now, of course, to get there, T, unfortunately, has had to be tricked because he hates planes. He does not want to go on an aeroplane.
Okay.
I don't know if this is true of you in real life, but certainly I don't know if someone had to drug you to get you here to London. But every week, and I don't want to say anything against Mr. T, but every week he seemed to fool into drinking a glass of milk that was drugged.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't know why you didn't run on it.
Figure I would wise up.
You'd wise
after
up
3 or 4 years.
Exactly.
You know.
Now they would put something, I don't know what it was, retinol or something, they put in the drink. T would be out, he wouldn't be able to remember anything. He'd be on the plane, he'd be furious with Hound and Mad Murder.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely livid. Yeah, which would be much what he would do.
Yeah.
They loved each other, really. You could tell that secretly they loved each other. Now, they would do battle with this gang, this local hoodlums. At some point, T and the gang would be locked in some kind of shed.
Okay.
Right? There is no way they can do anything. Now, they're trapped. The gang has won. There's no way. I was thinking I'm going to switch the programme off.
Yeah,
the 18
because
of
they're
failures.
stuck in a shed, yeah.
Wait a minute. What's that lying in the corner? An old barbecue set, a car battery, a rolling pin. Is there one man who can make that into some kind of armoured tank, a jetpack, a rocket launcher? This guy here. Close up on T's hands, doing a bit of work. Within 20 minutes, he's built an entire infantry battalion from some old paintings.
I cannot
and
believe I missed this.
they are smashing out of that cupboard, or wherever they were locked, and they are doing some serious business.
Wow, Steve, you so good.
Oh man, I tell you, I
You're
love
so
that
good.
show. I love that show.
And I thank you. You know why I really love the show? Because we never killed nobody.
Never killed anyone.
We never killed
I
nobody.
remember a helicopter crashed into a mountain.
Yep, and the
People
guys
just walked away.
walked away.
They walked
Definitely,
away.
Definitely. So what we're gonna do to you? We're gonna get you a DVD set so you
Yeah.
can catch up on the episodes that you missed.
Exactly.
And you enjoy it better now.
I'll try to watch it with my mum. And
The thing about it was always a very moral show, wasn't it?
Yes,
Always
exactly.
about good trial thing over
Exactly.
evil.
Good versus evil, and good will always win.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Then we put a little silliness in there, you know, for the
Bit of
fun
humour.
of it. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, it was, it really was tremendous fun. So I feel like one thing I was going to ask you briefly, was,
Yes.
and I don't want to call it's going to bring back bad feelings.
No,
but was-
you won't bring back bad feelings.
But was there some awkwardness on the set of the
No,
interview?
no,
Was there
no,
any
no.
awkwardness there?
You know, like in the family, you know, you have a little disagreement, like what we call theatrical disagreements, you know, but we wasn't mad at each other. We wasn't gonna fight each other, because remember, there's no I in team,
That's true.
but there's a T in team. Somebody stop me.
Did you just think of that then?
No, I usually
No. There's been long, for many years now. I've heard rumour of there being an 18 movie. And obviously, the old gang can't get back together. But who would you love? Because for many reasons, I've always thought maybe I could put myself forward for the role of Howling Mad Murdoch. A couple of reasons.
Yeah.
One, I think I feel like I've absorbed the character over the years and enjoyed the show. Plus, I've always been very proud of the fact that Dwight Schultz, the guy who played it, exactly the same birthday as me in real life, 24th of November.
Wow.
So I feel there's a chemistry there. But who would you love to see play yourself in the movie? If they weren't going to allow you to do it, they've got to update it. They've got some trendy young star.
you know, they're not gonna use the original, you know, but I'm gonna say this to you, Steve. You can't copy
It's true.
a Rembrandt. You leave it alone. You just go to the museum and admire it. You know, some things you just don't mess with. You know, so whoever they get to pick me, I pity him, because the fans, he gonna say, you ain't no Mr. T. See, we are originals. So I'm happy about that. We was there for 4.5 years. I'm happy for that. Another reason they doing the movie, and in the movie they're gonna be killing people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
And they're gonna have a lot of probably naked women running around. If we didn't have that on the 18th.
I'm not going to go and watch
Yeah,
that.
me either. No, who want to see that?
I don't want to see
Boy,
that.
Phew, boy.
You haven't got a copy of
Yeah,
that
the
yet.
kids. We can't take the kids to that.
no.
No, yeah. Phew, boy.
No, well, no, it's looking forward to it now.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Now, we went on the iTunes, the
Okay,
MP3 site.
okay.
And I was amazed by the number of songs. These are not songs that I have written or anything like that. The number of songs people have written just expressing their love for you. Have a listen. This is just a bunch of just a few of the ones we found.
Okay.
This is a song about Mr. T. Said everybody clap your hands.
Right on, brother.
This is a song about Mr. T. Said everybody clap your hands.
Now I was walking down the street, just watching my feet, when out of the corner of my eye I saw that guy got beat in Rocky 3. That's right, it was Mr. T.